Welcome to the PD Byte, How to Structure an ELA Training Circuit. My name is Lachelle Morsh, and today I'm going to talk about the reasons ELA circuits can be effective in your classroom. When I started teaching, I was labeled an English teacher. In this role, I was responsible for grammar, some writing, and the analysis of literature. Soon after that, I was a reading teacher in a program where students had one teacher dedicated to reading and another teacher dedicated to writing. Next came the term language arts, where teachers were responsible for different combinations of skills. Currently, I mostly work in programs where ELA, or English Language Arts, or ELAR, English Language Arts and Reading, is combined with ELL, or English Language Learners. All of these title and acronym changes have left classroom teachers with the responsibility of a wide array of skills combining reading, writing, speaking, and listening to prepare students to be effective communicators. I struggled to figure out how to address the individual readiness of each student while still covering the curriculum I was responsible for. I was already using skill-based learning centers in my classroom, but I found they were difficult to plan, and too often the students in each center did not have the readiness to complete their tasks. Each group needed my help, and too often the center was too easy or too hard for the students to complete during the time available. Also, students were confused because the different skill stations didn't seem to work together. I felt like I was being pulled in all directions. I knew there had to be a way to make this process more effective. I needed centers that students could work through on their own that would deepen their understanding of the underlying concepts related to the unit of study. I needed the students to see for themselves how the information connected. I approached a teacher down the hall. He explained that he had started thinking about the centers differently. He planned each part of the lesson as part of a learning circuit. Like a workout at the gym, the lessons included a warm-up, medium weight activities, and heavy lifting activities. He explained by sorting the activities in this way, he was able to balance the workload for students, which allowed him to work with students on the heavy lifting activities. When I returned to my planning with this concept in mind, I was able to put together activities that worked more effectively. Students were better able to work on their own, and because students could see how the different activities worked together, they were better able to make the connections to the bigger unit of study as I had hoped. I found that by teaching my students to monitor their progress and their own data, they were able to help me identify goals, choose tasks, create and complete their own circuits, and then use the knowledge and skills attained in those circuits to make connections back to the bigger unit of study. Once the goals were celebrated, the process began again by identifying new goals. The aha moment came for me when I realized that these ELA circuits allowed both my students and myself to be more effective. I also realized this was a key step in allowing me to personalize learning in a specific and targeted way that I had never been able to accomplish before. If you want to know more about how to structure ELA training circuits for your classroom, continue to work through this loaded PD Byte. In this session, you will find articles and other resources that will help you get started using training circuits in your classroom, as well as tools that will help you build your own. If you do create your own, please share them with me. The more we share, the more we grow.